Well, about a couple of years ago, my son had read an article on transhumanism, and he approached me and said, "Dad, I think this would be a good topic." With transhumanism, the whole thing is that we will be in control of our evolutionary development. So this was just a natural bridge from what my research before and this topic too. The first thing that I would want is that people would have an understanding about transhumanism. As I'm talking to friends and relatives and so on, right now, very few people have an understanding of this. Just think of the word transhuman, okay? The word trans is really a vehicle. And so you have three steps. You have humanity, transhumanism, and posthumanism. And so the intermediary step between being human and then being in a place where you're totally controlled by technology. Transhumanism is that intermediary step of going from being human to post-human. When you look at society today, we do have an aging society, and there are certain problems like lack of hearing, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. These are all really problems that are in our society. And with medical technology, we're making tremendous advancements. Like, for example, people with loss of hearing, you can have a cochlear implant. We think in terms of Parkinson's disease, the deep brain stimulation where the tremors can be controlled. And even it's envisioned that in 5 years, blindness will be something of the past. These are all wonderful things. But as far as the transhumanist is concerned, he doesn't want to stop there. They have a tremendous fear of death. And so they want to take this technology and use it to, what? Well, conquer death. That's their greatest fear. There's two aspects. I mean, when you think in terms of what we're doing for a person who has Parkinson's disease, I mean, that's commendable. But to move that same technology and move to the place where we're going to conquer death, this is totally different. And that's where really transhumanism is really the gateway to posthumanism, when we will basically be totally controlled by technology, and particularly computerization. In the case of Ray Kurzweil, in one of his videos, that we can become God. If we can control death, we're God. And from a biblical point of view, you see, we've gone full cycle. When we think in terms of Adam and Eve, I mean, they were tempted to know good and evil, and that you can become God. The last part of the book is dealing with people's responses to it. And we did a questionnaire. We interviewed 800 people, and many of them in this park right here. And for me, the last question was an important question, where you ask people their viewpoints on what happens to them when they die. And of course, we had a variety of responses. Overall, people are afraid to die. And I guess as a Christian, one of the joys I had was to explain to them why I'm not afraid to die. I have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. I found that overall, the people I talked to really appreciated understanding that there was some other aspect. And when they die, that they don't have to have that fear that most of them have.